Warm welcome to my channel, The Desi Analyst on YouTube. And please share with others. And you can also follow me on Telegram. On Telegram, you can search The Desi Analyst in the search bar, or you can click the link from description also, t.me slash the Desi Analyst. In description, link is available. You can join my Telegram channel also. And please like, subscribe, and share with others. So today let's continue with technical analysis series. And as I said, the first four part are for stage 1. Now we are in stage 2. I am uh, just simplifying it so you guys can easily understand. The first four parts are stage 1. You can go through if you have not watched till now. And today is stage 2, and the part 5 is been continuing. And let's begin with today's session. The line chart, the bar chart, the candlestick chart, and the point and figure chart. That is the types of chart. These are the types of chart that is available to see. There are four main types of charts that are used by investors and traders depending on the information that they are seeking and their individual skill levels. The chart types are the line chart, the bar chart, the candlestick chart, and the point and figure chart. In the following sections, we will focus on the index chart during the period of January 2006 through May 2006. Notice how the data used to create the charts is the same, but the way the data is plotted and shown in the charts is different. Line chart, this is example of a line chart. The most basic of the four charts is the line chart because it represents only the closing prices over a set period of time. The line is formed by connecting the closing prices over the time frame. Line charts do not provide visual information of the trading range for the individual points, such as the highs, lows, and opening prices. However, the closing prices is often considered to be the most important price in stock data compared to the high and low for the day, and this is why it is the only value used in line charts. Bar charts. The bar chart expands on the line chart by adding several more key pieces of information to each data point. The chart is made up of a series of vertical lines that represents each data point. This vertical line represents the high and low for the trading period along with the closing price. The close and open are represented on the vertical line by a horizontal dash. The opening price on a bar chart is illustrated by the dash that is located on the left side of the vertical bar. So there is some problem in slide, but it is fine. You can watch it and you can see also clearly. Conversely, the close is represented by the dash on the right. Generally, if the left dash open is lower than the right class close, then the bar will be shaded black, representing an up period for the stock, which means it has gained value. Or bar chart that is colored red signals that the stock has gone down in value over that period. When this is the case, the dash on the right close is lower than the dash on the left opening. Candlestick charts. The candlestick chart is similar to a bar chart, but it differs in the way that it is visually constructed. Similar to the bar chart, the candlestick also has a thin vertical line showing the period's trading range. The difference comes in the formation of a wide bar on the vertical line, which illustrates the difference between the open and close. And like bar charts, candlestick also rely heavily on the use of colors to explain what has happened during the trading period. A major problem with the candlestick color configuration, however, is that different sites use different standards. Therefore, it is important to understand the candlestick configuration used at the chart site you are working with. There are two color constructs for days up and one for days that the price falls. When the price of the stock is up and closes above the opening trade, the candlestick will usually be white or clear. If the stock has traded down for the period, then the candlestick will usually be red or black depending on the site. If the stock price has closed above the previous day's close but below the day's open, the candlestick will be black or filled with the colors that is used to indicate an up day. The candles boxes is an example of candlestick chart, and this is the example of candlestick chart. This is the example of point and figure chart. Point and figure charts. The point and figure chart is not well known or used by the average investor, but it has had a long history of using dating back to the first technical traders. This type of chart reflects price movement and is not as concerned about time and volume in the formulation of the points. The point and figure chart removes the noise or insignificant price movements in the stock which can distort traders' view of the price trends. These types of charts also try to neutralize the skewing effect that time has on chart analysis. I personally don't read and go with this point and figure chart. When first looking at a point and figure chart, you will notice a series of X's and O's. The X's represent upward price trends and the O's represents downward price trends. There are also numbers and letters in the chart. This represents month and give investor an idea of the date. Each box on the chart represents the price scale which adjusts depending on the price of the stock. The higher the stock's price, the more each box represents. On most charts where the price is between 20 and 100, a box represents 1 or 1 point for the stock. The other critical point of a point and figure chart is the reversal criteria. This is usually set at 3, but it can also be set according to the chartist's discretion. Criteria set how much the price has to move away from the high or low is the price trend to create a new trend, or in other words how much the price has to move in order for a column of x's to become a column of o's, or vice versa. When the price trend has moved from one trend to another, thus it shifts to the right, signaling a trend change. Charts are one of the most fundamental aspects of technical analysis. It is important that you clearly understand what is being shown on a chart and the information that it provides. Now that we have an idea of how charts are constructed, we will move to chart pattern. A chart pattern is a distinct formation of a stock chart that creates a trade signal or a sign of future price movements. Chartists use these patterns to identify current trends and trend reversals and to trigger buy and sell signals. In the first section of this tutorial, we talked about the three assumptions of technical analysis, the third of which was that in technical analysis, history repeats itself. The theory behind chart patterns is used on this assumption. The idea is that certain patterns are seen many times and that these patterns signal a certain high probability move in a stock. Based on the historic trend of a chart pattern setting up a certain price movement, chartists look for these patterns to identify trading opportunities. So those who have not watched previous uh, stage 1 of the technical analysis series, that is first 4 videos, they can go through the first 4 videos and they can uh, learn these basics, the roots of technical analysis, where that three assumptions of technical analysis have been taught, and which will be very helpful for you ahead in the learning. So let's move on. While there are general ideas and components to every chart pattern, there is no chart pattern that will tell you to with 100% certainty when a security is headed. This creates some leeway and debate as to what a good pattern looks like, and is a major reason why charting is often seen as more of an art than a science. There are two types of patterns within this area of technical analysis: reversal and continuation. A reversal pattern signals that a prior trend will reverse upon completion of the pattern. A continuation pattern, on the other hand, signals that the trend will continue once the pattern is complete. These patterns can be found over charts of any time frame. In this section, we will review some of the more popular chart patterns. Head and shoulder. See, you can see over here, head and shoulder pattern. Head also written clearly, shoulder is also written clearly, and in both chart you will see head and shoulder is formed. While there are general ideas and components to every chart pattern, there is no chart pattern that will tell you with 100% certainty where a security is headed. This creates some leeway and debates as to what a good pattern looks like, and is major reason why charting is often seen as more of an art than a science. Sorry, there is some mistake. Okay, head and shoulder. So you can see head and shoulder over here. This is one of the most popular and reliable chart patterns in technical analysis. Head and shoulder is a reversal chart pattern that, when formed, signal that the security is likely to move against the previous trend. As you can see in figure, there are two versions of head and shoulder chart pattern. Head and shoulder top, shown on the left, is a chart pattern that is formed at the high of an upward movement and signals that the upward trend is about to end. Head and shoulders bottom, also known as inverse head and shoulder, shown on the right side, is the lesser known of the two, but is used to signal a reversal in a down trend. Both of these head and shoulder patterns are similar in that there are four main parts: two shoulders, a head, and a neckline. Also, each individual head and shoulder is comprised of a high and a low. For example, in the head and shoulder top image shown on the left side in figure, the left shoulder is made up of a high followed by a low. In this pattern, the neckline is a level of support or resistance Remember that an upward trend is a period of successive rising highs and rising lows. The head and shoulder chart pattern therefore illustrates a weakening in a trend by showing the deterioration in the successive movement of the highs and lows. Cup and handle. A cup and handle chart is a bullish continuation pattern in which the upward trend has paused but will continue in an upward direction once the pattern is confirmed. As you can see in figure, this price pattern forms what looks like a cup which is preceded by an upward trend. The handle follows the cup formation and is formed by a generally downward sideways movement in the securities price. When the price movement pushes above the resistance lines formed in the handle, the upward trend can continue. There is a wide ranging time frame for this type of patterns with the span ranging from several months to more than a year. Double tops and bottom, top 1, top 2, double top, and in right side you can see double bottom, bottom 1, bottom 2. This chart pattern is another well-known pattern that signals a trend reversal. It is considered to be one of the most reliable and is commonly used. This pattern are formed after a sustained trend and signal to chartists that the trend is about to reverse. The pattern is created when a price movement tests support or resistance levels twice and is unable to break through. This pattern is often used to signal intermediate and long term trend reversals. See, friends, you don't have to draw any chart patterns, okay? But you go through these chart patterns, you learn its nature. Learning its nature is important. Whether you know how to draw or you don't know how to draw, and in future also you don't need to draw this chart pattern. I will teach you without drawing how you can use these patterns. I will teach you without drawing. I will teach you, but for that you need to understand its nature, its behavior. So please go through these patterns explanation and understand what are the characteristics, what is the nature of it, and what is its behavior. So learning is more important than drawing. Okay, you are getting my point. So please, again I am saying, go through what is being taught over here. Try to understand. It is not easy to understand in one go. In one go, it might be look difficult for you to understand. So I will request you to watch it twice, thrice, and understand what is written over here. Understanding is important. Rest, drawing, and all, it will be very easy for you. So let's move on. In the case of the double top pattern in figure, the price movement has twice tried to move above a certain price level. After two unsuccessful attempts at pushing the price higher, the trend reverses and the price heads lower. In the case of a double bottom shown on the right, the price movement has tried to go lower twice but has found support each time. After the second bounce of the support, the security enters a new trend and heads upward. Symmetrical triangle breakout, that is triangles. Triangles are some of the most well-known chart patterns used in technical analysis. The three types of triangles which vary in construct and implication are the symmetrical triangles, ascending and descending triangle. These chart patterns are considered to last anywhere from a couple of weeks to several months. The symmetrical triangle in figure is a pattern in which two trend lines converge towards each other. This pattern is neutral in that a breakout to the upside or downside is a confirmation of a trend in that direction. Traders will enter into a long position on a break above the resistance, that is ascending triangle. On right side chart is showing a descending triangle. Traders will enter into a short position on a break below the support, and it is clearly going downward. So these are the two examples of ascending triangle and descending triangle, and mostly on smaller time frame also you can find these chart patterns, and many times you will get these triangles on intraday charts also. You will be able to identify these patterns. So it is not necessary for you to draw, just learn its characteristics, its nature, its behavior. Again I am repeating, its characteristics, its nature, its behavior is more important than drawing a chart. In an ascending triangle, the upper trend line is flat while the bottom trend line is upward sloping. This is generally thought of as a bullish pattern in which chartists look for an upside breakout. Similarly, in a descending triangle, the lower trend line is flat and the upper trend line is descending. This is generally seen as a bearish pattern where chartists look for a downside breakout. Flag and pennant. On left side you will be able to see pennant chart, and on right side the flag chart is been given as an example. These two short term chart patterns are continuation patterns that are formed when there is a sharp price movement followed by a generally sideways price movement. This pattern is then completed upon another sharp price movement in the same direction as the move that started the trend. The patterns are generally thought to last from 1 to 3 weeks. As you can see in figure, there is little difference between a pennant and a flag. The main difference between this price movement can be seen in the middle section of the chart pattern. In a pennant, the middle section is characterized by converging trend lines, much like what is seen in a symmetrical triangle. The middle section on the flag pattern, on the other hand, shows a channel pattern with no convergence between the trend lines. In both cases, the trend is expected to continue when the price moves above the upper trend line. Falling wedge. The wedge chart pattern can be either a continuation or reversal pattern. It is similar to a symmetrical triangle except that the wedge pattern slants in an upward or downward direction while the symmetrical triangle generally shows a sideways movement. The other difference is that wedges tend to form over longer periods, usually between 3 and 6 months. So you can see its nature. Wedge nature is for usually 3 to 6 months. The fact that wedges are classified as both continuation and reversal patterns can make reading signals confusing. However, at the most basic level, a falling wedge is bullish and a rising wedge is bearish. In figure, we have a following wedge in which two trend lines are converging in a downward direction. If the price was to rise above the upper trend line, it would form a continuation pattern, while a move below the lower trend line would signal a reversal pattern. Gaps. A gap in a chart is an empty space between a trading period and the following trading period. This occurs when there is a large difference in prices between two sequential trading periods. For example, if the trading range in one period is between 25 and 30 and the next trading period opens at 40, there will be a large gap on the chart between these two periods. Gap price movement can be found on bar charts and candlestick charts but will not be found on point and figure or basic line charts. Gaps generally show that something of significance has happened in the security, such as a better than expected earning announcement or some news. There are three main types of gaps: breakaway, runaway, measuring gap, and exhaustion gap. A breakaway gap forms at the start of a trend. A runaway gap forms during the middle of a trend, and an exhaustion gap forms near the end of a trend. So starting, middling, and at the end. So this difference many people don't know, and I'm not going into detailed teaching, but understanding the characteristics and the nature is more important, and that you should learn. Triple tops and bottoms. Before we have learned the characteristics of double top and double bottom. Now it is triple top and triple bottom. Triple tops and triple bottoms are another type of reversal chart pattern in chart analysis. These are not as prevalent in charts as head and shoulders and double tops and bottom, but they act in a similar fashion. But they act in a similar fashion. So the nature is almost similar to double top and double bottom. These two chart patterns are formed when the price movement tests a level of support or resistance three times and is unable to break through. This signals a reversal of prior trend. So two times we have seen. After that, the third time it is forming. After third top or bottom, it might give a breakout or breakdown. But what if even after third time it is again retesting fourth time or fifth time, then what will it be? It will be channel. So these are basic things I am highlighting you, which will be very useful, because it might be for if you might be thinking like two times it did not break, it formed for the third time, then it formed for fourth time, what is that? So if it is formed fourth time, it is formed fifth time, and then it will be a channel. And in channel, retesting up and down, support and resistance will be common unless and until it is been breakout or breakdown. Okay. Confusion can form with triple tops and bottom during the formation of the pattern, because they can look similar to other chart patterns. After the first two support resistance tests are formed in the price movement, the pattern will look like a double top or bottom, which could lead a chartist to enter a reversal position too soon. But we shall wait for the breakout or breakdown. rounding bottom. A rounding bottom at the end of a prolonged downtrend can be used to suggest that the trend is reversing. A rounding bottom, also referred to as a saucer bottom, is a long term reversal pattern that signals a shift from a downward trend to an upward trend. This pattern is traditionally thought to last anywhere from several months to several years. A rounding bottom chart pattern looks similar to a cup and handle pattern but without the handle. The long term nature of this pattern and the lack of confirmation trigger, such as the handle in the cup and handle, makes it difficult to trade. We have finished our look at some of the more popular chart patterns. You should now be able to recognize each chart pattern as well the signal it can form for chartist. We will now move on to other technical techniques and examine how they are used by technical traders to gauge price movement. And we will continue the next part in next video. So I hope you watch it for 2 3 times and continue learning. The basic funda is to understand the characteristics, the nature, and identifying the chart patterns. Drawing is secondary, it is not required because many people can't draw, many people can't understand, can't visualize the pattern. So that is not an issue, but understanding the characteristics, the nature is very important. Why I am saying this? Because in this style of technical analysis you will be able to understand it very easily and understand how to use it very beautifully. Without drawing how to use it is very easy, very beautiful, and you will love that thing. So I again request you all to go through this video again, understand it, learn the basic nature, the basic characteristics of these chart patterns, which will be very helpful for you. And like, comment, subscribe, and do share it with others on different social media platform. So till that, have a good week ahead, and we'll see you again in the next video in next week. Take care.